My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC fight picks and DraftKings lineups run by MMA insiders and professional fighters. Every week, I join Dan Kramer and Nick Newell, two longtime professional fighters that have fought at the highest levels on the planet, as well as Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. So join us every single week for our full fight card breakdowns, our individual fight card breakdowns, our betting guide, and our DraftKings lineups. UFC 264 is in a week and a half, but DraftKings already dropped their lines. So let's go ahead. We're going to walk you through our lineups for UFC 264, McGregor versus Poirier 3, or Poirier versus McGregor 3, since he's the higher ranked fighter. So let me walk you through my lineup first, and then we'll go ahead and hit Jacob's. Right out of the gate, I have Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I am very confident that Wonderboy is going to win the co-main event. Gilbert Burns is super tough, is live for a knockout, live for a submission. But Wonderboy is much bigger. His in and out karate style. And he has just looked spectacular lately. His striking lately has been absolutely on point. So I'm very confident in that Wonderboy pick. $8,500. I'm happy to spend that money. So I've got Wonderboy there. Then I have Tai Tuivasa over Greg Hardy at $8,400. I mean, I'm almost positive this is an absolute mauling. Tai Tuivasa is a genuine heavyweight contender and has been for a few years. He's an actual MMA fighter with very good striking. He has wrestling in his back pocket. And he has an absolute cinder block for a head. Greg Hardy is just incredibly athletic and has power. He's got some decent wins, but he's not the veteran that Tai Tuivasa is. He doesn't have the same technical striking that Tai Tuivasa does. I don't think he has the same amount of power. He definitely doesn't have the same chin. I think Tai Tuivasa just absolutely blows through Greg Hardy and shows that there's levels to this. And he's a top 10 heavyweight on the planet, where Greg Hardy is nowhere near the top of that pile. Then I have Nico Price over Michel Pereira. If you've ever seen either one of these guys fight, they are wild. Nico Price is like a zombie. He will come forward, just throw anything and everything, and just make it an incredibly exciting fight. Michel Pereira is the better fighter, but he's very flashy and has cardio issues. So I imagine Nico Price is going to draw the crazy out of Michel Pereira, make him do more of the spinning, make him try to put on more of a show. He'll get even more exhausted, and Nico Price is just going to win by pure cardio, stamina, and just general toughness. He does have good hands. He's got decent jiu-jitsu, but Nico Price is an animal, and I don't see him giving up. He's just going to come marching forward and make something happen. And I thought he was a steal at $7,300. Then I have Akhmedov over Tavares. Brad Tavares has very good takedown defense. Akhmedov is a very good wrestler. So is his wrestling good enough to take Tavares down and beat him up there? I absolutely think so. I mean, Tavares has some of the best. If you look at the people he's fought, he has fought some of the best people on the planet for the last 10 years or so. Akhmedov, though, is a different animal. He's a phenomenal wrestle-first, incredible power guy. I think he comes forward, takes Tavares down, and sort of beats him up on the ground. So I have Akhmedov in my lineup at $7,600. Then I have Sugar Sean O'Malley over Moutinho. So they added Moutinho. Earlier this morning, Moutinho wasn't on here. So they did add him. I'm very curious what Moutinho costs.
I think they just have his name. There's no
email. You're right. I guess you're right. They just have his name, but I don't see
email.
I don't see Moutinho as an option.
He'll probably be 66.
Yeah, I don't see him as an option. So either way, I guess he has to be. Well, it doesn't matter. I have Sean O'Malley in my lineup. I mean, Moutinho, watch our individual fight breakdown video if you want more information on him, but he is a Massachusetts guy. I spoke to some people on that scene, and they said he's tough. He's a good wrestler, but he gets one to give one as far as his striking is concerned, and that is not what you want to do with O'Malley. I mean, he will throw, but Sean O'Malley has a ton of power and he's very accurate. And that's going to be a problem for Moutinho taking this. It is a short notice fight, but he's got a week and a half, so it's not like 2 days notice. There's levels to this. Moutinho is a decent regional fighter. Sean O'Malley is top guy on the planet. So I just think it's an absolute beating. $9,500 is a ton of money, but I spent it and I'm happy to do so. And then I have Max Griffin over Carlos Condit. I hate picking against Carlos Condit, a true veteran of the sport, has done everything, fought everyone, accomplished almost everything that you could ever want to accomplish in your career. But he's starting to fade. Max Griffin has a ton of power, a ton of speed, and I think that's actually the difference here. I think Carlos Condit's slowing down, losing a step, and while he might be the more technical striker, while he's very good on the ground, I think Max Griffin has the speed and the power to just piece up Carlos Condit on his feet. So that's my full lineup. That's what I'm going with here. I'm going to lock it in. Jacob, why don't you walk us through your lineup?
Yeah, first of all, give me Allen, Emma, whatever, because the guy he's fighting, Hugh, as your computer, you got to upgrade that. But Hugh, his opponents are 2-6. I mean, the guy's a 3-2 fighter. I don't know how he's still in the UFC. If you watch our breakdown, he got caught by USADA. He hasn't fought in 3 years, and his competition that he beat is not very good. He did win, but he got to the UFC, he lost 2 in a row. So, this is just more about, I don't think Hugh's very good. So I'll go with Allen. Has he found him? There you go.
Amidovsky.
Yeah, there you go. So that's my first pick. The next is the lock of the week, which is the most confident lock of the week I've ever had in my life. I've had some very confident lock of the weeks where Ryan Hall will get. There's a reason nobody wants to fight Ryan Hall. If you fight Ryan Hall, you're probably going to lose your knee. Even BJ Penn knew that the heel hook was coming, and he just rolls into it and he gets the heel hook. It's just that easy. So Ryan Hall, lock of the week, he gets the job done. Then I'm going with, I think everyone's going to have him in their lineup, Sugar Sean O'Malley. The only thing I'm worried about in this fight is that he's already a flashy guy, and he knows how to market himself because he knows I can't just win fights, right? I need to win fights by KO, and not just KOs. I need to win by flashy KOs. He tries heel, all these wild heel kicks and it's crazy. That's the only thing that worries me in this fight is that he's going to get a little too wild, a little too overconfident against a short-nosed opponent, and might get caught, but I think you have to have Sean O'Malley and it's just next level. The difference here is just crazy. So you should have Sean O'Malley in your lineup for sure. Then I went with, we disagree on this, the heavyweight matchup on the main card. I honestly see this as a first round toss up. I think obviously Ty should win, right? He's the favorite. But if you're looking for value and you feel like either one of them can get a first round finish, then I'm going with the value at $7,800 in Greg Hardy. I just think he throws stuff at weird angles. He's got the power, he's got the aggression, and I think he ends up fighting Ty's chin and dropping him. So I think Greg Hardy wins the fight. I just like his value better. Obviously, Ty is the better fighter, right? He's the true mixed martial artist, but Greg Hardy he's done it before, and I think he gets it done again. Me and you agree on the next pick, Stephen Thompson. I mentioned levels against, when I'm talking about Sean O'Malley. Gilbert Burns had a nice run. He's a fantastic fighter. He was almost the champion. He drops Usman. But I think that's the tippy top of his career. I think it's just not a downfall from here, but I think we're going to find out really who Gilbert Burns is. And I think it starts with Stephen Thompson fight. I think Stephen Thompson in and out karate style just pieces him up. And this could look like one of those fights where it's just like this is getting a little ugly with Stephen Thompson, the way he's piecing up Gilbert Burns. And then if you look, salary remaining, $8,100. Main event, I could choose either fighter. I think Conor gets it done. I think he gets it done early. Originally, I was going with Dustin leading up to this fight, trying to jinx the fight because I'm a Conor fan. Everyone says I look like Conor. I don't know. But I'm going with Conor to win the fight. First round finish. I think he comes out, blitzes him. He was landing everything he could ever want in that first fight, in that first round. He looked fantastic. I said coming out of that first fight that the thing that won that fight was not the leg kicks. The thing that won that fight for Dustin was Dustin's chin, because he was eating everything in that first round. Can it hold up again? I don't think it can. So I'm going with Conor for $8,100. That's the best value I think you'll ever. I don't know what he was against Khabib, but it had to have been in the sevens, right? But
I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
But I think in this fight, $800, I think that's the best value you'll ever find for.
I think they're both a great value at $8,100. You just have to. That's a hill you have to be willing to die on. And I also think Conor wins this fight, and just watch our individual fight breakdown for more information as to why. But if you notice,
he wins, you think he wins early. So why wouldn't you put him in your lineup?
Because I'm just not that confident. So I placed a bet on him to win by KO, TKO, but that's because, I got some solid odds there, so I'll roll the dice. But my DraftKings lineup, I only got 6 to choose from. I mean, that's a true pick 'em. The odds makers know it. The DraftKings people know it. So I didn't go that route.
I actually like your lineup better as a safer lineup. I think mine is good for more of like to chase, because Greg Hardy is iffy for a first round finish, but if he gets it, Ryan Hall again is a big underdog. But if he gets the sub, not a lot of people are gonna have Ryan Hall. Yours is much more structured as far as you can see an easy path for victory for each one of your fighters, right? Where mine is more like, if it works, it's great. But
look at Amadovsky's average points scored in DraftKings.
Not bad. I mean, we've seen people score half a points before, and that's that's a lot more than half a point.
Well, either way, we did get a question in our other live stream saying, should you double up the main? I do not. Personally, I do not think you should double up the main. I think if you are going to put somebody in the main event, figure out who you like and go that route.
You should never double it. I mean, if you're playing like single entry, whatever, you should never double it, because you're never going to win with just 5. You pretty much have to go. There's some weird weeks, but you pretty much have to go 6-0 to win if you're trying to win like big money.
You're talking multi. You said single entry. You mean multi-entry.
Well, whatever. If you're playing big, if you're playing big tournaments, you got to go 6-0 pretty much. So if you're Well, everybody who knows me and watches any of my recaps and stuff like that, I do 50-50s and double ups like crazy. This is the week to hammer 50-50s and double ups, because everybody on the planet will be doing DraftKings. People who don't know what they're doing, new people, everybody will be doing it. So this is the week you watch our videos, you do your research. This is the week you join every 50-50 and every double up you possibly can. And I guarantee you'll win money, because all you have to do is be better than half the people. A week like this will be better than half. No problem. Honestly, I think if you took your lineup, my lineup, Dan's lineup, and you made your own lineup and you put all 4 in a 50-50, I think you're probably going to win at least 3 of those.
Well, they're usually single entry, but yes, I hear you.
No, but I'm saying like different.
Yeah, logically.
150. Yeah. You play different ones. But.
So that's always. I know people are here and you want to chase the 100,000. And we had somebody come here, use Dan's lineup, and win like 30 or 40,000 or whatever it was. And I felt like an idiot that I didn't do that. With that being said, easy money, 50-50s and double ups. Use that to make money every single week. Then take that money and sprinkle in the craziness. Either way, thank you for the watch. Let us know who you think has the better lineup between us two and what your picks are for this card. We're looking forward to it. We'll do a final DraftKings breakdown once we get closer. But we wanted to get this out. These are live. We're locking some stuff in, doing our research. We'll see you on Saturday.